When it comes to attraction and chemistry, people often try to play it cool, but body language and subtle behaviors have a way of betraying our feelings, especially when it comes to flirting. While every individual is different, there are some common signs and flirty behaviors girls tend to exhibit consciously or not when they're into someone. Here's a closer look at the 5 flirty behaviors girls often can't hide when they like you. Number 1, her eyes give it away when it comes to human attraction. Words often fall short of expressing true feelings. In these moments, body language steps in to do the talking. Especially the eyes. A girl who finds herself drawn to someone may not always voice her feelings, but her behavior, particularly the way she looks at you, can speak volumes. Her eyes are often the first to betray her emotions, and if you pay close attention, you'll begin to notice the subtle yet unmistakable signs of flirtation. She may not even realize she's showing. One of the most telling behaviors is prolonged eye contact. If she holds your gaze a little longer than what's considered normal in casual conversation, it's often a clear sign of interest. The key here is the way she looks at you, not just with her eyes, but with the softness and attention that comes with a deeper connection. Her stare might linger just a second or two beyond what's expected, and when she finally looks away, it might be accompanied by a small smile or even a shy giggle. This quiet exchange of looks creates a private dialogue that words often cannot match. Additionally, you might notice what's known as the double take. This happens when she glances at you, quickly looks away, and then, believing she's being subtle, steals a second look. It's an instinctive move driven by curiosity and attraction, and it's rarely performed consciously. She might hope you didn't catch her checking you out the first time, but the repeated glance gives her away. Even when she tries to seem composed or disinterested, this little slip in control reveals her true feelings more than she might wish. Also, her eyes might show excitement or sparkle when you walk into a room. It's not always about how long she looks, but how her expression changes when she sees you. Her pupils might dilate slightly, and her face may light up in a way that signals joy or anticipation. This can be especially noticeable if you catch her off guard. That unfiltered moment often reveals more than a rehearsed smile ever could. Furthermore, you might catch her looking at you when she thinks you're not paying attention. These secret glances are often the most honest. She may be admiring your features, watching your movements, or simply enjoying your presence. Once she realizes you've caught her staring, she may look away quickly, possibly blushing or pretending to focus on something else. This bashful retreat only adds to the charm and often confirms that her feelings run deeper than casual friendliness. Ultimately, while many signs of flirtation can be subtle or even ambiguous, the language of the eyes rarely lies. When a girl likes you, her gaze becomes more than just a visual connection. It becomes a window into her heart. So the next time you're unsure whether she's into you, just look a little closer. Her eyes might be telling you everything you need to know. Number 2, she mirrors your movements. Flirting is often subtle, driven more by body language and instinct than by words. One of the most telling behaviors that reveals a girl's interest, sometimes even before she realizes it herself, is the way she unconsciously starts to mirror your movements. This subconscious mimicry is a powerful nonverbal indicator that she feels a connection with you. When someone is attracted to another person, their brain picks up on small social cues and begins to align their behavior with the object of their affection. This isn't something she plans or consciously decides to do. It just happens. For instance, you may notice that when you lean back in your chair, she does the same shortly afterward. Or when you reach for your glass, she also takes a sip from hers. These mirrored movements create a sense of harmony between the two of you, signaling rapport and emotional alignment. Also, mirroring goes beyond just gestures. It can extend to the tone of voice, speech patterns, and even facial expressions. If you laugh in a certain way or use specific phrases, she might start to do the same without even realizing it. This happens because her subconscious mind is trying to build a bridge between you, one that feels familiar, comfortable, and connected. Additionally, mirroring is a natural way of showing empathy and interest. It demonstrates that she's paying close attention to you and wants to be on the same wavelength. If she's adjusting her posture after you shift yours, or suddenly aligning her energy with yours, it's not just coincidence. It's a sign that she feels drawn to your presence and wants to reflect that connection in her body language. Furthermore, this behavior is often amplified in one-on-one settings where there's a stronger emotional undercurrent. Whether it's a casual coffee chat or a quiet moment during a night out, if she finds herself in sync with your movements, it's likely that her feelings go beyond friendship. Her body is responding to the emotional cues you're giving off, creating a kind of physical dance that mirrors your rhythm and mood. While mirroring alone doesn't guarantee romantic interest when paired with other signs, prolonged eye contact, genuine smiles, and playful teasing, it becomes a compelling piece of the puzzle. It's not something she can easily fake or control, which makes it one of the most genuine indicators of attraction. In the world of nonverbal communication, mirroring stands out as a subtle yet powerful gesture. It's her way of saying, "I feel connected to you," without ever needing to speak a word. Number three, touching becomes natural when someone has a crush. It often shows, sometimes in ways they don't even realize. Body language can be incredibly revealing, especially when it comes to romantic interest. While some signs are subtle, others are almost impossible to hide. Among the most telling of these are physical gestures, especially those that involve touch. For many girls, touching becomes a natural, even unconscious way of expressing attraction. Touch is one of the most powerful nonverbal communication tools, and when a girl likes you, her comfort with touch often increases. It's not about grand or overly intimate gestures. On the contrary, it's usually the small, seemingly insignificant ones that say the most. For instance, a light touch on your arm during a laugh, brushing something imaginary off your shoulder, or even a playful nudge can speak volumes. These types of interactions may seem innocent on the surface, but they're often deliberate attempts to create physical closeness in a way that feels safe and casual. Also, there's a unique kind of playfulness that comes with these touches. She might find reasons to interact physically in a friendly, teasing manner. These aren't the types of touches you'd expect in purely platonic relationships. They carry a certain energy, a mix of curiosity, interest, and a desire to connect on a deeper level. It's as if she's testing the waters, seeing how you respond, while subtly signaling that she's open to more. Additionally, girls who are interested often find excuses to close the physical gap between you. She might consistently lean in when she talks, even if there's no real need to. You may notice that she tends to stand or sit closer than necessary, especially in social situations where space is plentiful. These behaviors may seem small, but their consistency and timing usually indicate something more than just friendly proximity. Furthermore, these accidental bumps or closeness tend to happen a little too frequently to be purely coincidental, whether it's brushing against your side when walking or reaching across you in a way that brings her nearer. These moments are often strategically casual. They allow her to test your receptiveness without overtly risking rejection. In essence, flirty behaviors, particularly involving touch and proximity, are difficult to disguise when feelings are involved. A girl who likes you might not come out and say it directly, but her body often communicates it loud and clear. If you find yourself noticing repeated moments of natural, playful, and intentional closeness, chances are her feelings go beyond simple friendship. Recognizing these signals can help you better understand her intentions, and if the interest is mutual, create space for something more to develop. Number four, her texting style changes in the age of digital communication. Deciphering feelings through text messages has become an intriguing and often revealing game. When a girl starts developing feelings for someone, her texting style often undergoes noticeable changes that she might not even be aware of. These subtle shifts in how she types, how quickly she replies, and the tone she uses can be strong indicators of her interest. One of the clearest signs her texting becomes more flirty and engaging when she's into you. The speed at which she replies is one of the first things to shift. While some people naturally respond quickly, a noticeable change in her texting rhythm, especially if she previously took her time, can signal growing interest. If you suddenly find that she's replying almost instantly, even during times when she's likely busy, it's a strong clue that she's prioritizing your conversations. Also, quick replies often reflect a sense of excitement and eagerness to connect, showing that she values your interaction and wants to keep the momentum going. Additionally, the way she uses emojis can reveal a lot. Emojis, especially the flirty ones like winks, hearts, smirks, or blushes, help convey emotions that might be harder to express through words alone. When she peppers her messages with these symbols, it adds a layer of warmth and flirtation that goes beyond ordinary. Texting these playful additions often indicate a desire to be perceived as cute, charming, or endearing signs that she's trying to capture your attention in a lighthearted way. Her tone in texting may also become noticeably more playful. She might tease you gently, use exaggerated punctuation like multiple exclamation marks, or stretch out words to mimic spoken emphasis. These tweaks aren't just for fun, they mirror the way we talk when we're excited or emotionally invested in a conversation. Furthermore, playful teasing is a common flirty tactic. It creates a sense of closeness and shared humor, which helps build rapport and chemistry. Furthermore, you may notice that she makes an effort to keep the conversation going. Even when there isn't much to say, she might ask follow-up questions, bring up new topics, or find reasons to continue chatting late into the night. This persistence suggests that she's not just being polite, she genuinely enjoys your company and wants to deepen the connection. All these changes in texting behavior may seem subtle at first glance, but when viewed together, they paint a vivid picture of interest and attraction. While every person is different and texting styles can vary widely, these signs are often hard to hide when emotions are involved. So if her texts suddenly feel warmer, faster, and more playful, there's a good chance she's into you, even if she hasn't said it out loud yet. Number 5, she wants your attention when a girl starts to develop romantic feelings. Even the most composed personalities often display subtle signs of attraction. These behaviors aren't always intentional. They sometimes slip through despite her best efforts to keep them hidden. One of the clearest indicators is her desire for your attention. When a girl likes you, she naturally wants to be noticed by you above others. This could manifest in small ways. Perhaps she lingers a little longer in conversation or seems to light up when you enter the room. Her focus may shift more toward your opinions and reactions, showing that your presence carries special significance. In addition to seeking your attention, she may also find ways to subtly show off around you. This doesn't necessarily mean grand gestures or overt bragging. Instead, she might casually mention a recent accomplishment or speak confidently about something she's passionate about when you're nearby. You might notice that she dresses a bit differently, perhaps putting extra thought into her appearance on days she knows you'll see her. This change is rarely dramatic, but is often just noticeable enough to catch your eye. Furthermore, in group settings, she may become more animated or socially engaging when you're present, as if she's trying to draw you in with her energy and charisma. Another revealing behavior involves jealousy, albeit in a subtle and often playful way. If she suddenly becomes distant or delivers a sarcastic remark, when you talk about or interact with another girl, she might be masking a feeling of protectiveness or discomfort. This jealousy is rarely aggressive. Instead, it shows through small changes in mood or tone. Additionally, she may downplay her reaction, but still be clearly attuned to how much attention you're giving to others. The irony lies in the effort she puts into hiding these feelings, yet they still surface, indicating just how much your attention matters to her. These behaviors, while nuanced, often speak louder than words. They represent an unconscious pattern of attraction and interest. While not every girl will exhibit all of these signs, noticing even one or two can be a strong indication that she sees you as more than just a friend. Ultimately, when someone genuinely likes you, their behavior, no matter how subtle, tends to reveal what their words